The hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. God is spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. John 4, verse 23 and 24. Jesus is talking to the woman at the well, answering her question as to whether people shall worship God in Jerusalem or Samaria. His answer is a ringing declaration that the important question is not where men worship, but how they worship. Regarding the worship practices of Jesus' time, Ellen White says, Christ saw that something must be done. Numerous ceremonies were enjoined upon the people without the proper instruction as to their importance. The worshippers offered their sacrifices without understanding that they were symbolic of the only perfect sacrifice. And among them, unrecognized and unhonored, stood the one symbolized by all their service. He had given directions in regard to the offerings, and he understood their symbolic value, and he saw that they were now perverted and misunderstood. Spiritual worship was fast disappearing, and Christ's work was to establish an altogether different worship. Can it be that modern man has forgotten how to worship God? Just as people of Jesus' time were preeminently concerned with place, so our generation is concerned with togetherness, aesthetic satisfaction, and liturgical form. The missing factor in both ages is the acute experience of the presence of a holy God. When we worship God, are we just following form and fashion? Are we just going through the motions? Or are we experiencing the presence of God in communing with him? Worship isn't centered on time or place or tradition or liturgy. Worship is centered on whom we are worshiping, the Lord our God. And as always, think on these things.